it's all good. I understand. Highly important stuff. I'm doing the December 7th Pearl Harbor speech given on December 8th, 1941 by Franklin Delano Roosevelt. So if you'll enjoy, I would be very happy with it. Vice President, Speaker, Senators of the House, and Representatives. Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by the Empire of Japan, by naval and air forces. The United States was at peace with this nation, and at the solicitation of Japan, was still in conversation for maintenance of peace in the area of Pacific. Indeed, 1 hour after Japanese air squadrons bombed Oahu, the Japanese ambassador sent a formal reply to the Secretary of the United States of America, stating that the current diplomatic relations were useless. Indeed, that did not contain any hint or any threat of war or armed attack. Let it be recorded that the distance between Hawaii and Japan makes it obvious that this attack was deliberate. During this intervening time, Japan sought to deceive the United States of America with false hope and sentiment for continued peace. The attack yesterday on Hawaii, on the Hawaiian Islands, caused severe damage to American naval and military forces. I regret to inform you that many American lives have been lost. In addition, ships have been torpedoed between Honolulu and San Francisco on the high seas. Last night, the Japanese Empire also spearfronted an attack on Malaya. Last night, Japanese forces attacked Hong Kong. Last night, Japanese forces attacked the Philippine Islands. Last night, the Japanese forces attacked Guam. Last night, the Japanese attacked Wake Island. And this morning, the Japanese attacked Midway Island. Japan, therefore, has undertaken a surprise offensive extending the entire Pacific area. The facts of yesterday and today speak for themselves, and the American people have already formed their opinions. They well know the implications to the safety and very well life of our nation. As Commander-in-Chief of the Army and Navy, I have derived that all forces be put in place for our defense. But always will our whole nation remember the character of the onslaught against us. No matter how long it may take us to overcome this dastardly and premeditated invasion, we will, the American people in their righteous might, will win to absolute victory. I believe I interpret the will of the Congress I believe I interpret the will of the Congress to defend this nation to the uttermost, to make sure that this never endangers us again. With confidence in our armed forces, with the abounding determination of our people, we will win and move on to the inevitable triumph. So help us God. I ask that Congress declare that since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on December 7th, 1941, a state of war has existed between the United States and the Empire of Japan.